Hello, welcome to another video on the Scouring Early Access. Today's game is going to be a 4 versus 4 game. And my team is going to be me, the Perfect Gamer, my allies Broccoli, my Dream Forever, and Scrat. And the enemy team is going to be Dinchi Code, Rick Ceasy, Sparrow, and ADKI. But this time, it's actually a Heroes mode game. I believe this is the only video I ever uploaded on this mode. But it's mostly because I guess it's somewhat really unpopular, because each match kind of plays it very similar. There's not much of a different gameplay, I guess. Or I guess it's just very difficult. And if your hero dies too many times, then there's just no way to come back into the game. But this map is pretty interesting and allows for longer games on I guess, Heroes mode. Because unlike in other maps, a lot of people can just rush one player's base and just destroy it. But if they want to try to do it here on this map, then it's not going to be possible because there's all these other players defending one of the players here. So I guess that makes it a little interesting. But also, this map didn't have any dungeons, which is, I guess, a bit of a shame. But I guess it is what it is. And it still is balanced because enemy team also doesn't have any dungeons. So it's still going to be a pretty interesting game. And over here, I guess, white orc player chose the melee hero. And then my red ally, Broccoli, is playing as a human melee hero. And they pretty much have identical, I guess, abilities. Auto dash. And then basically a little splash AoE type of ability. And here my allies. Purple, playing as an orc, my Dream Forever, playing as an assassin or just an archer for a human version. And these two archer versions are also identical in terms of stats and abilities. Archer can do a little blast attack, you can see there. Shoots 3 ice arrows real fast. Does auto damage. And we have a little AoE. Mortar, like arcing shots, I guess you could call it, where we shoot a few arrows into an area and they do AoE damage. But here, of course, the wizards for the orc and the human are two entirely different heroes. The orc warlock, you can say, or the lich, he has a little lifesteal ability. Pretty much works like a warlock from the normal classic game mode, where he can do a lifesteal and a death cloud abilities. And this wizard for the humans, I believe Scrat's playing as a black wizard. He has a shield ability that you can put on allies only, which is a little annoying, but I guess it does work in team games a bit better. And also he has a thing called a magic attack thing, where he does 3 little spell attacks, which is very similar to the 3 blasty attacks of the archer. Like this, but the wizard magic thing. And also the wizard has an ultimate, I guess you could say, where he does a little ice storm, which does a lot of AoE damage in an area. But here we can see we're actually working as a team and just destroying the enemies very effectively. Because by yourself, you're not going to be able to do much. That's why I need your help of your teammates. And here, the yellow player, ADKI, is doing this ice storm here. You can see how effectively he just destroyed all these red swordsmen here. It's a very powerful ability that can destroy armies and, I guess, buildings as well. Now here, I tried to climb up on this town hall, thinking that some workers are going to go up here, so I could do my AoE. I could potentially kill some workers, but that didn't really work out, so I decided to teleport away, which is also another interesting mechanic where you can basically press F key to teleport to the nearest town hall that belongs to you, or you can press B and then click on any part of a map that has vision to manually teleport there. I guess I'm gonna mention other people. Sparrow is playing as a orange warlock, which is also a powerful wizard. But I guess the only flaw in a warlock is that his abilities don't really interrupt heroes. When the heroes want to teleport away, he can't really do anything, and then the enemy can just easily teleport. Compared to the human wizard, which can do his little, yes, wizard spam ability, whatever. The little, yeah, this thing with magic 3 shots here can actually interrupt a hero and cancel out their teleportation, whatever you call it, animation. But of course here, there's no more dungeons here or on the map, so the only way to get any items for your heroes is to go around the map and kill goblin camps, or I guess maybe dark cave camps. But I believe there's only goblin archery camps that can actually give you some, I guess, items. There was no other bandits. I believe this was just a goblin camp as well here. And getting your proper items can actually help you in being more effective on a map. And so killing enemies or killing specific enemies to get some items is also very effective. I guess that is also why it's so I guess more difficult, because there's a limited amount of items here on the map, and the rest of the items you have to buy when you're next to a town hall. But if there were actual dungeons, they can go in there, kill a few skeletons, and then get a free item. But I guess it is what it is, and it's still fun and interesting match, which just makes it a bit harder for people to get a lot of items that can make them very overpowered. So a lot of people had very few items. But I guess also another funny, I guess I would say, thing is that even if you have no vision on the map, you can still see where every enemy hero is on the map, which I guess is a little strange, I would say, because it's like basically map hack, and you can know where you're gonna be more likely to attack and where you want to just avoid whatever area. But I guess that's because you can basically teleport anywhere on a map where you have vision. And so, for example, if your ally is fighting someone, you can just teleport literally right next to your ally and just go and attack the enemy hero. Here looks like my allies are capturing this middle position, which is going to be very effective, because you don't really control any units here. It's all AI controlled, so the only thing you can control is your hero. And I guess you have auto ability to force a few units to follow your hero, like some units are doing here, following the Cyan hero. But we did manage to kind of kill the enemies real quickly. Here you can see the blue player teleported here, but now there's no more dungeons where you can run into, then easily press F key to teleport to your own house. So that's why it's going to be very difficult to run away. And here we were pretty much just cleaning up all of their units here. So I guess they just have less units and I guess power in general. Well, you can see there's just so many units and it's going to be just extremely difficult to actually eliminate the enemies on this map, which I guess is a good plus for Heroes mode, this map. And here I was being poisoned by Death Cloud, and there wasn't much left to catch here, so I decided to teleport home. Especially that the heroes can actually buy a lot of potions when they're next to a town hall and just keep on chugging them, so that's why you don't want to stay in the base of your enemies for too long. I just hear my allies try to fight out a bit, but they do get eliminated when they hang around for too long in one spot. And I guess over here I tried to maybe help out my allies units here, my allies, but I saw that everyone pretty much died here, so I just tried to make sure that all my units are not running in to their death here. They are being more efficiently used by following me. And also you can buy items next to your town hall, but also you can also buy items next to any friendly town hall, which is very useful and pretty nice. You can also buy mana potions and healing potions as well, so you don't have to directly be only at your main base. And here we just want to target fire one of the heroes. That way they have to go through all of their potions and they can't really run away. And here I almost died, but my allies' barrage, I guess, ability managed to save me here. We were just having this very prolonged battle against all the little armies of enemies here. And then here I guess I ran out of potions, so I came back here to buy some more. And I guess here you can check all the items that everyone has. I have these items, a good amount of them. It's basically allows you to, I guess, chance to not be attacked. So mischance. And then this thing gives you regeneration, a little bit of health. Gloves of agility allows you to attack faster, which is pretty useful. And there's a chainmail, which I guess gives you a bit more armor or defense, but it makes you attack a little slower. And this thing, Stinging Dagger, increases your critical attack chance. And if you have a lot of them, then it can be very effective. Let's see my allies. Red player. He has a good amount of items as well. Then this item gives you mana generation and a bit of mana. This banner of leadership, I guess. Interesting. Allows your friendly units to teleport with you. I guess if they're close to a hero. And allows them to move faster. Let's see my other ally. Purple. He only has one item. It's basically just does a bit of a splash on your hits that you do. And final ally. He's dead. And of course, can't check their items when you're dead, which is a bit of a shame. I think it'll be better if you can even buy items when you're dead. So you can be prepared to move out on a map instead of having to wait and then buy your items before moving out. Let's see the enemies. The archer has 2 singing daggers. It's pretty good. The Yelper also has all the good items. All the mischance. All the critical damage. Some mana. Here, I mean, wizards use all the mana, so these items are pretty good on them. See the orange. And I guess orange maybe didn't play this mode that much. Doesn't have any items. Blue player has some mischance. Some gloves, health and mana. And this thing, I guess, just increases your basic damage. See the black player. He also doesn't have any items, so probably also playing this mode for the first time. But anyways, here I just made all my units follow me. I was just trying to, I guess, deny my enemies from getting an expansion and potentially killing the workers here, so their AI is going to be struggling with gold. But of course my enemies can see that I'm over here as well. Go to icon. And so here we were able to ambush my red ally and a black ally as well. And here I just tried to run away to potentially save some of my units here. But of course, most of them do die here. But I guess here you can see I just have a huge amount of items. Because I guess I'm just buying those items. And just killing all the units in general. Here you can see I'm level 12. Purple allies level 12. My allies are respawning. Black allies only level 8. And the red is level 12. So everyone on my team is similar level to me, except black just has a few levels lower. See the enemy. Blue has level 12 hero. And then cyan is level 8. Yellow is level 10. And orange is level 11. So enemies are also fairly leveled up. But I guess I just had more experience playing this mode. So I do have a huge amount of items. Here, yes, enemies are fighting together. They're big armies. So you want to tell your units to follow you. That way you can actually have better fights out on the map. Because if you're a hero by himself, you're gonna struggle killing your enemies. Oh, and I guess also you drop your items, or I guess one of your items when you die, so that's why you want to try to not die. That way your enemies can't go to your corpse and pick up your items and become even stronger. Which is why you want to stay close to your town halls, maybe. Or just not be in very dicey situations where you get, I guess, teamed on. But I guess another thing that is kind of really unbalanced, I believe, is that the orc players, their munchers can enrage your hero, and your hero pretty much does almost 3 times the amount of damage to the enemies. It just makes them into a murder machine, and other heroes are gonna pretty much just have no chance of killing you, which I think is just sort of kind of meh, and I really get some balance. And I guess humans, their cavalier, can heal you, but it's not that as effective to be healed a little bit compared to just destroying heroes with like 3 or 4 hits. And here you can see just a whole mess of units. So a lot of enemies, a lot of red and yellow units. Blues here too. So it can become a little confusing, but if you remember your allies' colors, then you should be fine overall. Here I just try to fight the units of my enemy, just to thin down their army, because there's too many enemy heroes here, and I wouldn't be able to do much. But here I do manage to catch these enemy heroes, and my heroes just kind of overpowered, and so I just bully them into submission. And I guess over here also another thing that's a little kind of overpowered. If you have a ranged hero, his damage also gets, I guess, multiplied, so it can be a little frustrating fighting against a ranged angry hero. So even this solo ability, I believe, this also is affected, or all these abilities are affected by the items that you have. So if you have more critical chance, then your abilities have a chance to do more critical damage. And if you have, whatever you call it, Elven Cape, the mischance item, then enemies' abilities also have a chance to miss, which kind of doesn't really make sense to me. Because if your ability misses, a single target dash, you just waste a lot of mana on it. But an archer hero can do their little spam arrow attack, and there's 3 shots that can hit you. So that's a little confusing, I would say, in terms of balance. Right now we can see we're eventually are moving against enemies here, destroying some of their outer bases, and most of this map on the right part of the map is filled up with a lot of our AI controlled bases. Even in the middle here. On here I decided to run away, because the Death Cloud ability can be pretty effective by just draining you of all of your health, which forces you to use all of your potions. And that's pretty much just like deletes 2 free potions for free for you because of Death Cloud, which is also a little interesting or weird, I would say. But there's not much you can do when you're already poisoned. And so, enemy can, I guess, be pretty annoying. But it's more annoying in a 1v1 where I can just poison you and then run away. And that way you just waste 300 gold trying to get potions again and your health back. And Wara can just keep on bullying you. I guess over here I tried to maybe take some units to go attack outer base. And in the meantime, my enemies were, I guess, somewhat pushing here. But I guess it does look pretty interesting with a lot of big armies everywhere. Just trying to just fight random units. Now it looks like I just have so many items. Pretty much filling up the maximum amount of items I can have. Because I'm just getting so much gold. And I was usually running away and not dying. Which meant that I didn't really drop any of my items. Just checking on the items. But you can see that I just a little unfair, I guess, in terms of experience that everyone has. Because I did play a few games, I would say, where I understand most of the mechanics in this mode, but because I have so many items here. But everyone else probably, it's maybe their first or second or third game playing this mode. Here's going to be a huge battle. A lot of units here. It can be a little confusing in determining what is happening here. But I pretty much just try to, I guess, focus down groups of units here and to just eliminate them with my splash attack. That way all my other units can be a bit more effective when fighting the enemies. Oh, even purple is here. Just killing all the reinforcements here by himself. Which can also be an effective strategy. But here I guess we were just trying to kill the enemies. Here I'd just eliminate a lot of these workers. But here, when enemies are on top of their town hall, they're pretty much impossible to eliminate most of the time, because I can just buy a lot of potions and just sit next to their town hall. I would believe maybe like a half a second or a second cooldown between potions would make that less annoying, I guess, to deal with. Like I said, it's a little interesting where very late into the game and you're very high leveled, you can pretty much just be murdering units in one hit, maybe 2 or 3 hits. And here my enemies, I guess, were just target fired by these angry archers and this purple hero, so they kind of got eliminated. Here I was just destroying all these workers here. It does look like the enemies are losing most of their outer bases. We're just overwhelming them with a lot of our units, I guess. But I guess also, another thing I forgot to mention is that when you die, you have this little revival amulet, which allows you to respawn very quickly. But if you die 2 or 3 times in a row too quickly, then your amulet gets used up. And I guess pretty much you take way longer to respawn. Unless you buy the amulet again, it allows you to respawn faster. Which I guess is a way the developers wanted to maybe improve the dying mechanic. Would it be as harsh? But I guess it is a little better, but it doesn't really change much, because enemy heroes can pick up your items and just become extremely powerful. Here we were just charging and slaughtering all these units here. I'm just pretty much one-shotting all the units. And that's pretty much it. There's no more armies left for the enemies. And their AI pretty much doesn't keep up with all the unit production compared to my team. Just mass producing all the units. They're just hanging around their base and just chilling, I guess. Yes, here's the heroes trying to fight to the last, but I guess we don't have really much left. And they are kind of running out of gold. And I guess that's pretty much it. So little game, looking at this, I guess, heroes mode, which I guess is interesting, but yeah, just very high learning curve, and losing your heroes is just very devastating, which is very, I guess, not noob friendly, which is why pretty much nobody is playing this game mode 99% of the time when it's open in the lobbies. I guess that's pretty much it. Let's see a few results here. And all of this stuff is all the resources that the AI managed to I guess, gather. Here, that's all the units killed. It even shows all the units that your hero personally killed. I managed to kill a lot. And here you can see a few newer players. They didn't really know what was even going on, so he didn't even really kill that many units with their hero. But here also you can see I leveled up to the highest level, and I managed to kill all the enemy heroes. And I guess the purple player also knew what he was doing, so he killed all the heroes also. And I guess that's pretty much it. If you liked the video, you can leave a like, leave a comment. If you want to see more videos on the Scouring Early Access, then you can subscribe. Thanks for watching, and goodbye.